Today at the old stone house renovation, we're going to build a cupboard entranceway for the side door at the house. It's a fun project and I'm looking forward to it. In the beginning I thought it would be 120 by 40, but when we laid it out it was too big, so we've settled on 90 by 40 inside. The door that I recently restructured and changed in dimensions is directly across from this, so I lined it up with the place where the door opens. You'll see in a bit. Elástico θέλεις?
Όχι,
Is it annoying to go around and measure after people? Yes. But Markos isn't wearing his glasses, and I know from experience that he needs glasses as much as I do. So I'm checking it. This built-in cupboard is going to serve as a natural partition between the guest bedroom and that exit there. I remember very clearly the first time I tried to build a brick wall by myself. It is not easy. It looks a lot easier than it is. And I actually wish I had had a video like this, just real time, showing me the order in which to do things in order to get the best results. Kuinka viit työstämään?
Otat mazelu, ja ti dau ca pare penina, e chi penina e lo.
After sellainen.
Tenu ma to. Se no priato.
Nu fan de calato, quando puto vaso na tava na Roma.
Asta pensi me dio pondile.
Dio po. Ja fiksema.
Nata jana. Na ine penina ponte dio.
Onko sinne? Mikä? Onko sinne? Eikö tää niin?
Ne?
Jaha, aina.
Ne, an telis me tatuna kolme viikkoa.
Ne, tällaista 3 hetkeä jos.
Daks.
Okei.
Ja tote kun kosella, vaadin kun saa paljon. Ja nostelasi. Ja ti, a to ine, kun as meno tuolla se ine 100 metra.
Okei. Tuoda vielä poneen. Tuota You may have noticed that we've set up the placement of the cupboard without a right angle, and this is certainly not on purpose. Neither of us had a right angle with us that day. But we both have a pretty good feel for seeing things, and we both agree that this is the way that it looks best in the space. The wall is very crooked on the left side there. I just realized I have a piece of marble that is going to make a perfect shelf in the cupboard we're making today. Just by coincidence, it fits exactly. You'll see in a sec. Normally, when you're building brick walls, you need to stop every meter, meter 20, frame it out, pour some cement, and stabilize it before you go up any further. But this will not be load-bearing. It's simply a partition, and on one side it's going to have some hooks for hanging coats. So we're going to go straight up without doing that in the middle. No, dice start. Start el last. You can. At the same time we're building the cupboard, we're breaking up the backyard with any free time we have and getting all that rubble ready for the skip that I'll bring in a month or so. We'll get back to the building of the cupboard, but I want to do an update on the tree that got hacked down. It's doing quite well. It's going to be an entirely different tree than it would have been if it hadn't had that interference, but it looks like it'll live. And here's the second shrub that didn't get cut down. It's doing fine. Here's the place where I could have done a much better job of planning this thing out. And about halfway up, I realized that the left side was just too crooked and it wasn't going to support the marble shelf that I found. So I had Markos block that up as well. And then we tied it in with the rest of the wall as we went up. Besides being a natural partition between the door and what's going to be a guest bedroom, this will have probably hooks inside for hanging coats, and that shelf is just for hats and keys and just odd things. I love it. It ties in beautifully with the rest of the house. Now Markos and his assistant build the form from any wood they find lying around that will serve as the mold for the cement top, the reinforced cement top. This part really fascinates me. I, to this day, would never be able to do this.
Ja se same.
We're using any wood we can find or adapt for the mold, and whatever steel we have lying around that's left over will serve as the reinforcement of the concrete inside the mold. Concrete in and of itself is not that strong. It's the steel that you have running through it that actually creates the strength. This is not my cat, although it looks a little bit like her. At least it's not my cat yet. Now, normally you would tie all of these bits of metal together, but it was the end of the day, and it really doesn't matter for this. It's not load-bearing. It's more decorative than anything. There will not be any weight on it, so we just laid the metal in and poured. We were ready to go home. It was pretty much quitting time when we started the pour.
vedi su.
Non è così.
Non ti con te, stai davvero. Non dentro la rotazza così.
I have this left over, so we're just going to throw it in the place where there will be a future step, just so it doesn't go to total waste. It's going to go.
Vezi ce poate fi să strică în magazin și betonaj.
Down in Labrio, I think a few of the shopkeepers thought I'd lost my mind when I started photographing this clump of bushes. But this is kind of the thing I'm after between my neighbor and I in the backyard, so that I have absolute total privacy and neither of us can even see each other's houses. If you have any kind of bush to suggest, I'd be really happy to have your suggestions in the comments. That was a great day. Now I'm waiting for the ferry to return to IKEA. It's so satisfying to get a whole job done in one day. It's a brand new phase of this project and I'm really enjoying it. I got a bit nervous about flying the drone over so many people in the evening, so I only took one quick round of the local producers' tables and then left it at that. Better safe than sorry. Here's my table, cookies and organic wine. Leave a thumbs up. It really helps this little channel. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time.